So I've been here at APEC in Singapore for the past 2 days, and the sentiment has been overwhelmingly bearish. However, if we look at the supply and demand, and I look at the next 3 months, 6 months, assuming that we're going to have the OPEC cuts, then the situation does not warrant this level of bearishness. So we've at Rystad Energy focused stock draws between now and the end of the year. So in this situation, you are not supposed to have this dynamic in the market. So we are going potentially into contango before long. And that is a little bit counter to what we see from a fundamental perspective. So I would say that we have a bearish sentiment. So all the investors, the traders are anticipating a deteriorating demand outlook in China. And also they are anticipating potentially higher supply coming into the market than we have forecasted so far. So that is, I think, what's happening right now. But at Rystad, we are still relatively constructive. So we don't think that we're going to see $60 per barrel in a consistent manner for the next 3 months. Let's put it this way.
The tail risk is on the geopolitical side, particularly after the outcome of the US election. And if it is a second Trump administration, he could go hard on China, he could go hard on Iran as well. Do you feel that the market is underestimating the supply side risks?
Well, I think it's the supply side risk, especially if you throw the geopolitical dimension in, becomes really complex in the sense that a potential Trump administration could be both bullish if he manages to, for instance, sanctions Iran, and like he did in 2018, yes. Right? And we saw a huge drop in supply coming from Iran. But to some extent, it could also be bearish if he manages to somewhat increase, albeit it's going to be a small effect, the production in the United States. And also, if you think about a protectionist measure, that could have a dampening effect on the economy and demand. So it's very difficult to understand how a potential administration, Trump administration, could play out for the market. But if I look at the fundamentals, because at the end of the day, the oil market really is driven by fundamentals. So you can see very huge swings on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, but on a monthly basis, quarterly basis, really the fundamentals are the driving force. And the fundamentals are not that bearish right now. So the only thing I would say is that if we really see a surprise right now coming from China, right? So if even the third quarter turns out to be not that strong, then we probably are going to revise our forecast. But so far, I have to say that the situation in China is still, in my opinion, is still under control.